Hello everyone, this is Morgan with Chamomile ASMR. Tonight I will be reading you some of my favorite poems. To be honest, I don't know that much yet about poetry, but I have started reading some of the classics, I think they're considered the romantic poets. So tonight I will be reading you some of my favorite poems from, I have W.B. Yeats here. I've got Emily Dickinson. And I also have John Keats. So, to start off, I will be reading some Yeats poems. I have two poems that I really enjoy from him. The first one is called The Stolen Child. It is a beautiful poem. It has a very famous line some of you might recognize. Alright, let's start. So, The Stolen Child. Where dips the rocky highland of Sleuthwood in the lake, there lies a leafy island where flapping herons wake. The drowsy water rats, there we've hid our fairy vats, full of berries and of reddest stolen cherries. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wave of moonlight glosses the dim grey sands with light, far off by furthest Rosses, we footed all the night. Weaving olden dances, mingling hands and mingling glances, till the moon has taken flight. To and fro we leap and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and is anxious in its sleep. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wandering water gushes from the hills above Glencar, in pools among the rushes that scarce could bathe a star, we seek for slumbering trout, and whispering in their ears, give them unquiet dreams, leaning softly out from ferns that drop their tears over the young streams. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Away with us he's going, the solemn-eyed. He'll hear no more the lowing of the calves on the warm hillside, or the kettle on the hob sing peace into his breast, or see the brown mice bob round and round the oatmeal chest. For he comes, the human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, from a world more full of weeping than he can understand. I love that one. Okay, for the next poem, also by Yeats. This one is called The Wild Swans at Cool. The trees are in their autumn beauty, the woodland paths are dry. Under the October twilight, the water mirrors a still sky. Upon the brimming water, among the stones, are 59 swans. The 19th autumn has come upon me, since I first made my count. I saw, before I had well finished, all suddenly mount, and scatter wheeling in great broken rings upon their clamorous wings. I have looked upon those brilliant creatures, and now my heart is sore. All's changed since I, hearing at twilight, the first time on this shore, the bell beat of their wings above my head, trod with a lighter tread. Unwearied still, lover by lover, they paddled in the cold, companionable streams or climbed the air. Their hearts have not grown old. Passion or conquest wander where they will, attend upon them still. But now they drift on the still water, mysterious, beautiful. Among what rushes will they build? By what lake's edge or pool? Delight men's eyes when I awake some day to find that they have flown away. Okay, so those were my two favorites from Eats. Now we will read from Emily Dickinson's poems. Now, her poems are, a lot of them, quite short. Makes for somewhat of an easy read. I have two very short poems picked out that I think are just very well written and very lyrical. So, these poems in this book are not, they don't have names, just numbers, so just start reading the first one. Come slowly, Eden, lips unused to thee, bashful, sip thy jasmines, as the fainting bee, reaching like his flower, round her chamber hums, count his nectars, enters, and is lost in palms. See, very short. The next one by Emily Dickinson is even shorter. It's just one stanza. Where ships of purple gently toss, on seas of daffodil, fantastic sailors mingle, and then the wharf is still. Yeah, so that's it for Emily Dickinson. I really like her poems, but I find most of them really hard to understand. But the writing, again, is just gorgeous. Okay, and now for the last poems. This is by Keats. I have a few picked out. This first poem by Keats that I really love is a love poem. It is called You Say You Love, but with a Voice. You say you love, but with a voice, chaster than a nun's who singeth the soft vespers to herself, while the chime bell ringeth, oh, love me truly. You say you love, but with a smile, cold as sunrise in September, as you were St. Cupid's nun, and kept his weeks of ember, oh, love me truly. You say you love, but then your lips, coral-tinted, teach no blisses, more than coral in the sea, they never pout for kisses, oh, love me truly. You say you love, but then your hand, no soft squeeze, for squeeze returneth, it is like a statue stead, while mine for passion burneth, oh, love me truly. Oh, breathe a word or two of fire, smile as if those words should burn me, squeeze as lovers should, oh, kiss, and in thy heart inurn me, oh, love me truly. This next poem is one of my absolute favorite poems. It has inspired many art forms. I've seen paintings of this poem, especially by some of my favorite painters, such as Waterhouse. It is called La Belle Dame Sans Merci. It means, it is French for the beautiful lady without mercy. La Belle Dame Sans Merci, a ballad. Oh, what can ail thee, knight-at-arms, alone and palely loitering? The sedge has withered from the lake, and no birds sing. Oh, what can ail thee, knight-at-arms, so haggard and so woe-begone? The squirrel's granary is full, and the harvest done. I see a lily on thy brow, with anguish moist and fever dew, and on thy cheeks a fading rose, fast withereth too. I met a lady in the meads, full beautiful, a fairy's child. Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild. I made a garland for her head, and bracelets too, in fragrant zone. She looked at me, as she did love, and made sweet moan. I set her on my pacing steed, and nothing else saw all day long, for sidelong would she bend and sing a fairy's song. She found me roots of relish sweet, and honey wild, and manna dew. And sure in language strange she said, I love thee true. She took me to her elfin grot, and there she wept, and sighed full sore, and there I shut her wild eyes with kisses for. And there she lulled me to sleep, and there I dreamed, ah, woe betide, the latest dream I ever dreamed, on the cold hillside. I saw pale kings and princes too, pale warriors, death pale were they all. They cried, La belle dame sans merci hath thee in thrall. I saw their starved lips in the gloam, with horrid warning gaped wide, and I awoke and found me here, on the cold hillside. And this is why I sojourn here, alone and palely loitering, though the edge is withered from the lake, and no birds sing. I have one more poem for you guys this evening, and fittingly, it's called Sonnet to Sleep. O soft embalmer of this still midnight, shutting with careful fingers and benign our gloom-pleased eyes, embowered from the light, and shaded in forgetfulness divine. O soothest sleep, if it so please thee, close, in midst of this thine hymn, my willing eyes, or wait the amen ere thy poppy throws around my bed its lulling charities. Then save me, or the past day will shine upon my pillow, breeding many woes. Save me from curious conscience that still hoards its strength for darkness, burrowing like the mole. Turn the key deftly in the oiled wards, and seal the hushed casket of my soul. I hope you enjoyed the poems tonight. I hope you sleep well. Thank you for joining.